Okay, so today I am actually going to be harvesting from my garden. I'm so excited. I'm going to bring you out to my container garden in my backyard, and I've got about 40 different containers. Today we're going to harvest potatoes, and I'm going to show you how we do that from start to finish. See you in a little bit. Okay, so today I'm actually going to be taking this this dirt out of this wheelbarrow. We got it for free from a family member. I mean, not a family member, a neighbor. Our neighbors are kind of like family. From down the street, they were building some gardening boxes, and so they were sweet enough to say, hey, do you want some of this dirt? I absolutely want this dirt because it's really good gardening mix. But I would need some plastic wrap to be able to harvest the other potatoes. This is going to be for the new sweet potatoes. So anyway, I'm going to get this unloaded. This might be a bit comical. Alright, that wasn't bad at all. So I'm going to take this and I'm going to go get my other potatoes that we're just about to harvest and bring them back over this way. Okay, so we have, I think these are red potatoes. I can't even remember what we planted. It's been since January, right? Yes. So this is how you can tell a potato's ready to harvest. The top just looks really bad. It looks like it's dead, because it is. And this has all been a learning process for us. We've never done potatoes before, but we had a problem with caterpillars, and they just went to town and thought this was the Shoney's buffet here and ate everything. But it looked like it was time for us to harvest anyway. So, I don't know, this is going to be a big surprise to us if this actually turned out okay or not. And this is my friend Yelena.
Hello.
So, alright, should we
Rip them off or just throw it?
Okay, yeah, we'll just dump it. Alright. Oh!
It is a red potato.
There's one.
There's one.
There's another one. Oh, they're soft. This one's soft.
Okay.
Like it molded.
Ah, there's worms in this one.
Oh, wow.
That would be good for my compost.
Oh my God, that's horrible. Look at that. Here's another one. These seem like they're good. Got some good ones. Here's.
Don't you want to set up down here so I can bomb your video?
Sure. Oh, that one's not good. Oh man, this one.
Ooh, that's a beautiful one.
Yeah, but it's moldy. Oh man. So I think we're realizing that maybe either the containers got too much water,
yeah, look at this,
or something. So we're kind of experiencing like what the worst part about harvesting potatoes is that sometimes you get too much water or you do something the wrong way, but it's all a learning experience, because now we know next time. And this one didn't really get any blooms either. I thought they were supposed to get like blossoms and dang. Well, maybe we'll have better luck with the other one, the other pot. I think we should just go ahead and harvest them all, right?
Yeah.
Those worms got in there and they went to town. Oh, here's a little tiny one. Got some like 4.
That's a shame. That nice big one was the.
It was so pretty.
Mm-hmm.
And then it just was like full mold. Here's Yeah, that's split. Look at that. Bummer. Okay, so we got 5 beautiful gold potatoes, or red potatoes. I think, I don't know if we're gonna be able to use these or not. I have to rinse them off and see. We actually let these cure without doing anything to them for like 2 weeks. If you try to wash them, the skin will come off. But learning opportunity for next time. I don't know what we do for next time. Figure it out.
Waterless.
Waterless.
Yeah.
Is that one good?
So,
All right. We have 6. I'm like a bunch of like little babies.
yeah, little
Itty bitties. Huh. All right. Ooh. All right, we're gonna go get the other buckets.
Yeah, we definitely
Okay,
will.
so we had a flop with the red potatoes. So sad. So now we're gonna try. These are either gold or white. We don't know, but we're gonna try. All you can do is try. That one's totally done
It's all in
too.
the bottom.
Oh, got one good looking one over here. It's a white potato, some itty bitties. Here's another one. This looks pretty good.
Yeah. These are definitely better.
Yes. Hallelujah.
Oh.
Yay! We got another one. Oh my gosh, this is so much better.
Yes.
Look at this big guy. Oh, thank you, Lord. We don't suck at gardening.
Oh, look at these right here.
Oh, yay! It's like an Easter egg hunt. Look at this one, it's a heart.
Oh, nice.
Have you ever
these are
grown
much
potatoes
better.
before?
Never. No.
No? Yeah. Only like, never like root vegetables. It's like summer vegetables. Okay. This is a big one. Okay, so I'm gonna brush off these potatoes and get them ready to cure inside. I had to put my hat on because it's Central Florida here and it's very, very hot. So make sure I keep that sun out of my face. So out of 3 buckets, we were able to get, let's see if you can see this many potatoes. We hardly got any red potatoes. That's okay. It was a total learning experience because we've never planted potatoes like that before. These are the Yukon Gold and the white. You gotta be really careful though too. Like, you can't wash the skin off of this. It's gotta cure for 2 weeks and develop a tougher skin on the outside. Even by, see me doing like that, the skin is coming off. So they're really delicate at this stage. Didn't know that either. So anyway, it's gonna spend some time curing on a dry rack in a cold, dark room, like maybe a pantry or someplace cold and dark, cool and dark in your house or outside. And we'll see what we've got in a couple of weeks to be able to cook with these. So, all right, on to planting some sweet potatoes. Okay, so this is really interesting. I just have to tell you about this really quick. So these are 6 onions, yellow onions. This is a multiplication of 1 onion that sprouted in my pantry. It was an organic onion from one of the grocery stores I bought from. It sprouted in my pantry in a cold, dark place, and I thought, well, I don't want to waste this. So I literally stuck it in, I have like a little raised bed garden over here, stuck it in the dirt. It's taken about 100 days, but it's multiplied into 6 onions from 1 onion. And you can see the skin on these look really great. We gotta let these dry out and cure. The green on it has to really turn brown, and then the skin gets a little bit more on the outside of it, but then they'll be ready to go and eat. But look, I mean, from 1 onion we got 6. That's pretty cool. So the other potatoes. So what I'd like to tell you is that I use a 5/8 drill bit to drill extra drainage holes at the bottom of this container. I would tell you this through the video, but just at this moment when I fired up my camera, the neighbor started using his lawnmower blower, and it was almost impossible to hear anything. So to spare you from all the background noise, this is what I'm doing. I am using a cordless drill with a 5/8 drill bit, and I am using the drill bit in reverse so that it doesn't crack the plastic container. You need about 5 or 6 drainage holes, and it will allow much better drainage for your soil and your plants, and you'll avoid rotten root vegetables in the process. What do you think? That's better? So what we found is that cardboard is actually the best eco-friendly weed and grass barrier. You can plant right on top of it, and you're not going to really have very much breakthrough with weeds or grass. So we love to use it, and we used a wood pallet to be able to put on top of that with mulch to put our pots, and it worked perfect. Okay, so we just filled up our first container with this awesome dirt that our neighbors gave us. What a blessing, because it just filled up 1 container, really. We'll probably fill up another one halfway with this dirt. And sweet potatoes are different than planting red, white, or gold, because those have a potato seed that you plant in the dirt further down. These are what are called potato slips, and they're just vines with roots for sweet potatoes, and that's how the potato grows from it. So you got to make sure that your soil is up close to the top, so the vine has a place to grow, and all your potatoes grow underneath. I'm going to go get our stuff to amend our soil, so that way the sweet potatoes have every great advantage to be able to grow and be the healthiest version of themselves that they possibly can be. I'll be right back. So what we use to amend our soil, this is bone meal and blood meal. Bone meal is helps with your root system, and since we're growing root vegetables, you definitely need to use this in your soil, because not all of our soil comes with all the nutrients and the things that our plants need in order to grow in the right way. So in order to have the best harvest possible, we're going to use this. We're going to put this actually directly in the soil, and then also in the little holes we dig to put our vines in. Blood meal helps ensure that you have healthy green leaves, and that helps the plant survive on the outside, and helps with things like blossom end rot on tomatoes and zucchini and cucumber and whatnot. And then you don't need as much as that with this, because it's a root vegetable, but it sure helps whatever's growing on above the ground really thrive against insects and all kinds of infestations and potential things, especially that we get here in Central Florida. So we're going to go ahead and plant that. Good heavy dose into this stuff. Mix it in. Pretty good here. This is a slow release fertilizer too, so it releases as the plant grows, and it'll take probably about 4 months, up to 4 months, for it to totally work out of your soil. So I've learned. All right, that one's probably good. So we're gonna need to get in our bags. I'm gonna go get, I guess, some of the bags out of the garage. water.
Oh, thank you.
Okay, so got my friend some water here because it's so hot. These are sweet potato slips. It looks like I've been growing a science project in my kitchen for several months now, but it's basically creating roots in the jar. And I got these, they didn't really have a whole lot of roots. I got them from a gardening center. They didn't have a whole lot of roots, so you got to create more roots. Some of the roots, the vines died off, and then I had to, you know, make sure these were good. Some of these have mold on them, but I don't need very many to begin with. So anyway, we're gonna plant these puppies. Okay, so these two right here, we're gonna use tomato cages, like the big giant tomato cages, as where the vines can grow up, because otherwise they'll cover the entire ground. And then we'll do a trellis on the back end on the wall. That one you just stick in the ground. It's really easy. Again, so they have a place to grow. But we've got this in the dirt now. When we dig the hole, which I've been taught, you go about halfway to where the palm of your hand is and dig down. We're gonna take some of this bone meal and sprinkle it directly in the hole, and then we're gonna cover that hole just like that. And then actually, you know what, I wonder if we should water all this. We should water this dirt first before we plant these. Okay, good thing I just discovered that now instead of after we've done everything. You want to get this water really good and the soil really good and soaking wet before you plant, so that way the roots have something to go off of rather than just the top part. So we'll go ahead and give it a good drenching where it's kind of like pooled on the top, and that should be good. Maybe a little bit more. Get the edges over here too, that back edge. That looks good. Okay, second time's a charm here. Now we had 4. Then I'm gonna add some blood meal. I'll leave you an accent comes in, I call it meal. Put some in there, like a handful. Kind of mix it up a little bit. And then you wanna bury that slip, and I might do mine all kind of pointing out, because then, or up, because that tomato cage, we want them to grow up this tomato cage. Out. Facing out, or maybe up. Maybe up. They're all going up. Yeah. So not on a slant. Oh, okay. Do you need bone meal? Oh, yeah. Okay. Good. Blood meal. You gotta put these in early. You don't want to put them in after they've already grown, because then you might potentially pierce a potato with it. They'll just kind of grow around these. You want to put them pretty far down so they're stable. Got it? Mm-hmm. All right, I'm gonna go get the other trellis. There we go. Okay. Yeah, we'll just train those vines to grow up that trellis right there. Just like that. Beautiful. All right, we've got our sweet potatoes planted. I'm so excited to see how this all works out. I give it a little bit more of water here, just for the top part. Another reason to drench this is because it's been in jars of water for months. And so if you put it in something dry and just water it a little bit, it's going to shock the root and it's not going to do what it's supposed to do. So it needs to be in quite a bit of water while you put it in the dirt. I'm going to point these guys towards the trellis so that when they grow, they're growing in the right direction. All right, and that is our sweet potato project, and I hope you really enjoyed it. And now we're gonna go add to our compost bin and start picking up, and I'm gonna jump in that pool because it is so hot. See y'all later. Okay, so this spring, was it spring? We planted these? Yeah. Okay, so this spring we planted black-eyed peas. I've never planted them before. It turns out they're a viney plant, so we use tomato cages, the extra large ones, so that they have a place to grow up. And we planted them in containers. They're like 15-gallon pots we got from Lowe's for $14 each. And we planted these from seed. They're called cow peas, but we know them as black-eyed peas. So now Yelena's picking some. I picked a bunch a few days ago. Got about a half of a gallon bag of fresh black-eyed peas. They have kind of a greenish tinge to them, but they're delicious whenever you cook them, and they fall apart. They kind of become like cream peas, and you serve it over white rice. That's how I like it anyway. Everybody likes it different. So now she's picking some off of here, and then let me just show you. So this is kind of like, sorry, I almost tripped here. This is what we're looking for right here. Just like kind of a yellowish, whitish. This knows that it tells us they're ready to be harvested, so they're going to look a little bit whiter than greener whenever you shell them. And we've got plenty more that are not yet there in this stage, but they're close. So anyway, this is the end game of what we're looking for, and then we'll show you how you shell them. It's really easy, and it's actually fun for kids to do too. My kids helped with some of them, and it's kind of, they said it's kind of like soothing work, you know. You don't really realize what you're doing. Didn't you shell peas with your grandparents whenever you were a kid? I think I did. Get this. Yeah. So when you shell these guys, what you want to do is the back end has a seam back here. You can feel it. It's a little bit tougher. So you're going to want to pull that string completely out. It's kind of like unzipping it, and it makes it easier. And if women typically have fingernails to do this, but then you just peel it back and see there's that pea right there, and then the whole thing is filled with, it's all filled with peas. So you got your cute, sweet little black-eyed pea. And if you plan to plant more next year, then you can save some of these peas to dry to have as your planting for next season, and then you have a free garden. You just keep it going. Okay, so as you can see, I'm a total mess from gardening in the heat of the afternoon. But we got a lot done today. Got our sweet potatoes planted, harvested a good bit of our white and gold, and even the disappointing part of our red potatoes, and black-eyed peas, zucchini, 2 okra, a papaya, and 6 onions. So not bad, but y'all, I'm hot, and this pool looks really good. So I'm Ann with Share Sheds TV, and I want to thank you, and I'll see you later. Bye.